Shalawam to the elect of Israel. Got to give all praise to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rakah, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, Greatmillstone, who rule well, who teach well. And I send this salutation to all the Ahchyam, preaching this truth throughout the four winds of the earth with another hope for the elect. Shalawam to the Yahawah for what listening and learning. I'm Isaiah, coming into another lesson in truth, facts, faith, and edification. And this is another daily edification, another camp edification, another weekly edification. And the title of this lesson is, We Are Watchmen for You. The you is you so-called Negroes, Latino, Native Americans, West Indian, and Haitians. We are watchmen for you, the elect of Israel. And the job of a watchman is to prophesy and let the people know the calamities, the evils, the hard times, the time of Jacob's trouble, which is coming upon our people, us and our people, okay? A watchman stand guard and watch. So when they see the wickedness coming, you warn the people. That's what a prophet is. Okay, that's what prophet means, to say before. To prophesy to the people. To prophesy to the people what is about to come. And every time our Heavenly Father, Yahawah, and His Son Yahawashi destroys a kingdom, He always sends out His prophets to let them know the calamity that is coming, that is upon them. So this lesson is titled, We Are Watchmen for You, you so-called Negroes, Latino, Native American, West Indian, and Haitians. Another daily edification, another Saturday edification, another camp edification, another weekly edification. So, first verse, and when a watchman, when the Lord sets up a watchman to let the people know what's about to come, what do they go about in the city, man, in the streets and the lanes? So, which I love this verse, this chapter. This is Luke, chapter 14, verse 16. And it reads, Then said he unto him, A certain man made a great supper and bade many, and sent his servants at supper time to say to them that were bidden, Come, for all things are now ready. And the other one consent began to make excuses. The first said unto him, I have bought a piece of ground, and I must need go and see it. I pray thee have me excused. Another said, I have bought 5 yoke of oxen, and I go to prove them. I pray thee have me excused. And another said, I have married a wife, and therefore I cannot come. So we know this scripture, you know. The 3 men made excuses, man. Okay? One bought some land, one bought some cattle, and another, he married his wife and he couldn't even come. So these are the excuses, man, that people make, that they want to stay in the world and not seek the Lord, man. That's what it's talking about. A person not want to seek the Lord before the time of destruction comes. Verse 21, So that servant came and showed his Lord these things. Then the master of the house, being angry, said to his servant, Go out quickly into the streets and the lanes, which is my point of this lesson. Go into the streets and the lanes of the city, and bring in hither the poor, the maimed, and the halt, and the blind. And the servant said, Lord, it is done as thou hast commanded, and yet there is room. And the Lord said unto the servant, Go out into the highways and hedges, and compel them to come in, that my house may be full, that my house may be filled. So the point is, a watchman go about the city, man, in the highways and hedges, in the streets and the lanes. When you read Song of Solomon, 3rd chapter, starting at Song of Solomon, chapter 3, 1 through 3, Solomon did the same thing, man. Okay, he went out in the city. the job of a watchman is to do what, man? Is to wake up the halt, the maimed, the lame, and the blind, man. Okay? Because when you go to Luke chapter 6 and verse 20, this is what it reads. Luke 6 and 20. And he lifted up his eyes on his disciples, Yahawashi. This is Yahawashi, who the world ignorantly called Jesus. And he lifted up his eyes on his disciples and said, Blessed be ye poor, for yours is the kingdom of heaven. Okay? So, this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, the kingdom of heaven is for Israel, man. On this side, the elect of them. Okay? So, let's go to go to 2 Timothy. Now my brother from our Orlando camp did a beautiful video, did a beautiful lesson. So I'm laying back and off a couple of precepts that he used, which is 2 Timothy chapter 2. And it's a beautiful precept. It's 2 Timothy chapter 2 and verse. I'm going to start at 1. It say, Thou therefore, my son, be strong in the grace that is in Yahawashi, and the things that thou hast heard of me among many witnesses, the same commit thou to faithful men. So he said, the things that thou hast heard of me among many witnesses, meaning the apostles and elders of Greatmillstone. Okay? Start with the apostles and elders of Greatmillstone. Read it again. He said, and the things that thou hast heard of me among many witnesses, the same commit thou to faithful men. Meaning the same that you heard, eat this roll, okay, learn it, the history, understand it, and go commit yourself doing the same work to other faithful men, who shall be able to teach others also. Okay? So, hey, this is a beautiful scripture, man. 2 Timothy 2 and 2. And these things that thou hast heard of me among many witnesses, the same commit thou to faithful men, who shall be able to teach others also. Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahawashi HaMashiach. No man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who have chosen him to be a soldier. Now listen, my point of this chapter, and the brother brought this in his lesson, this beautiful verse, man. 2 Timothy 2 and 2. And the things that thou hast heard of me among many witnesses, the same commit thou to faithful men, who shall be able to teach others also. So it's passing it down, man. Passing it down to who? Who is this for? The elect. To go out there to do what? To wake up the halt, the lame, the maimed, and the blind, man. Okay? Now let's go to Isaiah 62. This is Isaiah 61 and 1. The Spirit of the Lord Yahawah, Bahasham, is upon me, because the Lord Yahawah hath anointed me to preach good tidings unto the meek. He hath sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim liberty to the captives. Who's the captives, man? You so-called Negroes, Latino, Native Americans, West Indian, and Haitians. And let's get that. Jeremiah. Let's read about the captives, man. Jeremiah 50 and 33. Thus saith the Lord Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast, they refused to let them go. So who are the captives? You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indian, and Haitians. So, again, Isaiah 61:1. The Spirit of the Lord Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi power is upon me, because the Lord Yahawah have anointed me to preach good tidings, unto the meek, which is the poor. He have sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim liberty to the captives, which are you 12 tribes of Israel, you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, West Indian, and Haitians, and the opening of the prison to them that are bound. And this opening of this prison, talking about your spirit, your mind, man. Opening up your mind to this truth, man. Okay? Romans 12:2 say, be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, man. Okay? By the renewing of your mind. So everything that we was taught with the Christianity, man, all that Roman Catholicism, that's madness, man. Put that off, man. Okay? That's not the truth. So he reads, again, and the opening of the prison to them that are bound, to proclaim the acceptable year of the Lord Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, and the day of vengeance of our power, to comfort all that mourn. Okay? To appoint unto them that mourn in Zion, Zion represents you 12 tribes of Israel, to give unto them beauty for ashes, which is mourning, because it said that who mourn in Zion, the oil of joy for mourning. What's the oil, man? This wisdom, knowledge, understanding, man. Okay? You're supposed to rejoice in this truth, man. Okay? We in mourning right now. But with this oil, it say the oil of joy for mourning. The garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness. And what the Lord say, put on wisdom as a garment, man, like a long robe, man. Okay, that's in the Apocrypha. That they may be called trees of righteousness, the planting of the Lord Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, that he may be glorified. It said that they may be called trees of righteousness. Now we know, according to the scriptures, the Lord refers to his elect men as trees, man. And that's in Ezekiel, the 31st chapter, and it's in Luke, man. Okay, tell you in Luke, the man said he saw men as trees walking, man. And then when you read Ezekiel, the 31st chapter, the Lord said that Adam was a tree in the garden amongst other trees, but he could not be hid, man. Because he was the best tree in the garden, man. Okay? So that's why I say, again, that they may be called trees of righteousness. Okay? The planting of the Lord Yahawah, that he may be glorified. So, this is to do what? The top say, to preach good tidings. He has sent me to bind up the brokenhearted. Okay? To proclaim liberty to the captives, man. So this is what we out there doing, man. This is what the Watchmen is supposed to be doing, man. Waking up, if it's just one brother, man. Okay? Waking up the brother to the truth, man. Okay? To proclaim the year, man. The acceptable year of the Lord, man. His vengeance is upon us, man. We're supposed to be out there letting you know, day in and day out, which is on the unicorn. Okay, the scripture tell you that in Psalm 19 and in Romans the 10th chapter, man, about the unicorn. Okay? So if you're in the highways and byways, the message going on the unicorn, which is the internet, man. Okay, which is this World Wide Web, man. So this is Isaiah 35, and we start at verse 3. And it reads, Isaiah 35, verse 3. Strengthen ye the weak hands, and confirm the feeble knees. Say to them that are of a fearful heart, be strong, fear not, behold, your power, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, will come with vengeance. Even Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, with a recompense, he will come and save you. Okay? Then the eyes of the blind shall be opened, and the ears of the deaf shall be unstopped. Then shall the lame man leap as an harp, and the tongue of the dumb sing, for in the wilderness shall waters break out and streams in the desert. Now it say, for in the wilderness shall waters break out and streams in the desert. What does St. John 7:38 say? He that believeth on me, as the scripture have said, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water. Meaning out of your mind shall flow rivers of living water. It's truth, man. It's we're not understanding. So right here when it say, for in the wilderness shall waters break out and streams in the desert, man, that's talking about this truth, man, flourishing over the earth, man. And you see that right now with camps springing up everywhere. And I'm going to read that, which is another beautiful verse that I love. This is Isaiah 44. Start at 1. Yet now hear, O Jacob, my servant, and Israel, whom I have chosen. Thus saith the Lord Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, that made thee, and formed thee from the womb, which will help thee. Fear not, O Jacob, my servant, and thou Jeshurun, which Jeshurun is Yahshua, okay, he prince, whom I have chosen, for I will pour water upon him that is thirsty, and floods upon the dry ground. That's them rivers of living water, man. I will pour my spirit upon thy seed, and my blessing upon thy offspring, and they shall spring up as among the grass, as willows by the water courses, man. And that's the elected Israel. That's why you see camps all over the world, man. Okay, all over this planet, springing up. And I'm talking about starting with Greatmillstone. And the other brothers out there who's teaching the same as Greatmillstone teach, man. This is Galatians chapter 6 and verse 1. And it reads, it says, brethren, if a man be overtaken in a fault, ye which are spiritual, restore such an one in the spirit of meekness, considering thyself, lest thou also be tempted. And that's the same thing it say when I read 2 Timothy 2:2, man. Okay? Same thing, man. Galatians 6:1. It says, brethren, if a man be overtaken in a fault, ye which are spiritual, restore such an one in the spirit of meekness, considering thyself, lest thou also be tempted. So that's what we out there doing, man. To let these brothers know, man, hey, the Lord got us out here to wake you brothers up, man. And this is 1 Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 15. Verse 14. But the natural man receives not the things of the spirit of power, but they are foolishness unto him. Neither can he know them, because they are spiritually discerned. But he that is spiritual, like I just read to you in Galatians 6:1, it say, but he that is spiritual judgeth all things, yet he himself is judged of no man. So, going back to Galatians 6:1, brethren, if a man be overtaken in a fault, ye which are spiritual, restore such an one in the spirit of meekness, considering thyself, lest thou also be tempted. So the whole point is to restore our brethren, man. Okay? And whatever few sisters that's just trying to get this word not understanding. But this is to restore the brethren, man. Okay? Ye men of Israel, man. Ye men, hey, Acts 2:21-22, man. Ye men of Israel, hear these words, man. Okay? You so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, West Indian, and Haitian, man. Hear these words. The Watchmen is out there to wake you up, man. To proclaim the day of the Lord, man. Okay? That acceptable year, man. Of Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. This is Isaiah 62:6, which is another beautiful chapter. I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem. Jerusalem is you so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, West Indian, Haitian, you 12 tribes of Israel. which shall never hold their peace day nor night. Ye that make mention of the Lord, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, keep not silent, and give him no rest, till he establish, until he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth. He said, give him no rest, man. Give him no rest until he come back and destroy this place and redeem his elect, man. Give him no rest, man. Okay? Isaiah 58:1. Cry aloud, spare not. Lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgressions, and the house of Jacob their sins. And that's what we got there to do, man. Letting you know where you're going off there and to restore you, man. This ain't just about tearing down, man. It's about tearing down from that Christianity, that Roman Catholicism, and building back up, man. Restoring. Okay? The Ahchyam, man. This is about restoring, man. This ain't just about putting down. This is about building up, man. Okay? This is a spiritual temple being built, man. The tabernacle of David is being built, man. And all the breaches is being closing up, man. This is Luke chapter 12 and 43. And this is the job of a watchman, man. Luke 12 and 43. Blessed that servant whom his Lord, when he cometh, shall find so doing. Of a truth I say unto you, that he will make him ruler over all that he have. Okay? That's the job of a watchman, man. To keep watch. Okay? That's the job of a watchman. And I'm gonna read real quick 2nd Ezra chapter 14. And this is the other precept that the brother brought out in his video, which was a beautiful lesson. 2nd Ezra 14. I'm going to start at 13. And it reads, Now therefore set thine house in order, and reprove thy people, talking about you lame, halt, maimed, and blind. Okay, you meek. It's talking about you. Comfort such of them as be in trouble, and now renounce corruption. This is what you're telling you. This is what we have to tell you, man. Change from your wicked ways, man. Okay? Seek the Heavenly Father, Yahawah, and His Son, Yahawashi, while you have time to do so, man. Like Isaiah 55 and 6 says, seek the Lord while he may be found. Tell you in Proverbs chapter 1, man, that it's going to be too late, man. They're going to call on the Lord and he will not be found, man. Amos 8 and 11 say, the famine of the word is coming, man. It says, verse 14, let go from thee mortal thoughts. Cast away thy burdens of man. Put off now the weak nature. Okay? He said, put off now the weak nature, man. Okay? Let me read that again. Verse 14, 2nd Ezra 14 and 14. Let go from thee mortal thoughts. And that's talking about all the cares of the world, man. Okay? Want to keep up with the Joneses? Cares of the world. Say, let go from thee mortal thoughts. Cast away thy burdens of man. And I got a precept on that. When they say cast away thy burdens of man. When you read Psalms 55 and 22, this is what it says. Because the Lord said right here, he said, cast away the burdens of man. This is Psalms 55 and 22. It reads, cast thy burdens upon the Lord, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, and he shall sustain thee. He shall never suffer the righteous to be moved. So, did he say cast away the burdens of man? That's not of Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. That's of man. Okay? But the Lord said cast your burdens upon him, man. Another precept on that. Hey, that's beautiful, the spirit, man. This is Matthew chapter 11 and verse 28. And it reads, come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest unto your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light, man. So Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi say in 2 Ezra 14:14, cast away the burden of man, man. Okay? And put his yoke on you and take it in, because his burden is light, man. Okay, but the burdens of living in this world, man, is heavy, man. Verse 15. And set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste thee to flee from these times. It said, haste thee to flee from these times. What fleeing, man? Fleeing out of the midst of Babylon spiritually and mentally, man. Let's get that. That's why Lord and brother brought that chapter, that precept out in that verse. Because it's a lot of precepts that go into them 2 verses, man. It say, read this again. 2 Ezra 14:15. And set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste thee to flee. It said, and haste. Okay? And haste thee to flee from these times. What time? The time of Jacob trouble, man. The time of Jacob trouble until Yahawah shall come back, man. Okay? This is Micah chapter 2 and verse 10. And it reads, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. Because it is polluted, it will destroy you even with a sword of destruction. Okay? Arise ye and depart, for this is not our rest, man. That's the Lord telling you spiritually and mentally to flee. Okay? Let's get it again, man. Okay? Hey, there's a lot of precepts in them in that 2 Ezra 14 and 15, man. This is Jeremiah. Jeremiah 51 and verse 6. It reads, flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity, for this is the time of the Lord's Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense. The point is, flee out of the midst of Babylon, man. Okay? Flee, man. The Lord said, flee out of this place, man. Be not partakers of her sins, man. And here go another precept. This is Revelation 18 and 5. It say, verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. That you receive not of her plagues. Okay? Again, he saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, man. So, he say, flee out of this place, man. Okay? Yeah. That was the point on that. And set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste thee to flee from these times, man. What's going to protect you in these times? The Lord say flee. Hey, man. Ephesians 6 and starting at 10, man. Putting on the whole armor of God, man. Okay? Psalm 91. Trusting in Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, man. Other than that, you're going to be destroyed, man. Okay? But the job of a watchman is to do what, man? Go out there and let you know, hey, listen, man. Tighten up with Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, man. Or you're going to be destroyed. This is Jeremiah 6 and 16. Actually, verse 17. It says, also I have set watchmen over you, saying, hearken to the sound of the trumpet. And that's what I got to do, man. I read to you in Isaiah 58 and 1, man. Cry aloud, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people that transgressions. So Jeremiah 6 and 17. Also I said, watchmen over you, saying, hearken to the sound of the trumpet. But they say we would not hearken. The point is, the watchman is out there watching, man. Okay? Giving you warning, man. But you will not hearken to the sound of the trumpet, man. So the Lord said, because you don't want to listen, man, you're going to be destroyed. Lord's willing, you know. But for the most part, man, we know 2/3 gonna be destroyed. Now this is Isaiah chapter 51 and verse 14. It say the captive exile hastening that they may be loose, and that he should not die in the pit, nor that his bread should fail. So they say the captive exile hastening that they to be loose, man. We ready to get the hell up out of here. And that scripture, that verse in 2nd Ezra said, hastening to flee, man. Okay? So when you go to 2nd Peter chapter 3, in verse 12, it says, looking for and hastening unto the coming of the day of Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, wherein the heaven being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat, man. Okay? We're hastening, man. And we're captives of exile that was hastening the day to be loose, man. Ready to get up out of here, man. Let me see, I had another precept too. I'm looking for one more precept. We out here to proclaim. Let me see. This is Isaiah 46 and verse 10, and it reads. I'm going to read verse 3. It says, hearken unto me, O house of Jacob, and all the remnant of the house of Israel, which are born by me from the belly, which I carried from the womb. Verse 10, declaring the end from the beginning, and from ancient times, the things that are not yet done. Meaning the time of Jacob's trouble, man, that's coming. Saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasures. Okay? And that was the point, man. The Lord is about to bring judgment, man. Okay? And it's finna get real serious, man. Oh, this is another beautiful. Isaiah 51 and 21. Therefore, hear now this, thou afflicted and drunken, be not with wine. Okay? I want to get that. Hey, he said, listen, I'm talking to you captives, man. You afflicted. Now this is Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha, chapter 39 and verse 1. And it reads, but he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High, and is occupied in the meditation thereof, will seek out the wisdom of all the ancient, and be occupied in prophecies, man. Okay? In prophecies, man. Now, back that precept up. One more precept, and I'm going to close on this. This is Jeremiah 28 and 8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and great kingdoms, and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence, man. So again, Ecclesiasticus 39 and 1. But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High, which is the elect, the watchmen, and is occupied in the meditation thereof, meaning of this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, will seek out the wisdom in all the ancient, and be occupied in prophecies, man. Okay? What's that? I'm going to close on this one. This is Isaiah 36 and 6, and it reads, Isaiah 33 and 6, and it reads, I'm going to read 5. And the Lord Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, is exalted, for he dwelleth on high. He hath filled Zion with judgment and righteousness, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, is his treasure, man. And we got to let you know, man, to seek wisdom Okay? Get wisdom, and with all thy getting, get understanding, man. And without the Heavenly Father, Yahawah and Yahawashi, you're going to be destroyed. Okay? We're out there to restore our people, man. To let them know this is time to wake up out of sleep, man. This is high time to wake up out of sleep, man. We are not the children of the dark. We are the children of the light. Okay? So it's time to wake up out of sleep. So with that, I want to give all praise to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Kodash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Greatmillstone who rule well, who teach well, and a sincere salutation to all the Ahchyam pushing the truth with the four winds of the earth, waking up the hope for the elect. And Shalawam to the Ahchyam for what listening and learn. Shalom.